Hello WordPress contributors and viewers who are here to get started with their journey to becoming one. I'm Dexter Mono from WordPress and I'll be taking you through this tutorial. And this tutorial will be looking at how to use the text widget. I've divided this into two sections, which are adding text using various methods, and the second section will be how to edit the text that we have either typed or imported. Without wasting much of your time, let's get started. I'm sure by now everybody knows how to log into their accounts and how to navigate to the create option. Always make sure, this is for those who are new to the channel, always make sure you are approved as a contributor or else you won't be able to see these options, create and chat map. So to get started, click create and navigate to text. This is the text widget we are going to be dealing with today. So the moment you click on the text widget, you'll be provided with this window, which has all these functions which we're going to go through. Today, I'm going to just focus on the basics and leave room for you to explore. So we're going to be looking at the font in terms of how to change the font, how to change the size of the font, making your font bold, italic, or underlining your font. I'll also look into how to change your font color and font background. The last three items that we'll do will be making lists, that's the numbered lists and bullet lists, and adding a link to your document. So to add text to your document, simply drag your cursor to the bottom of the ribbon, click once, and you can begin to type. I'll type in something simple. This is where we add our text. So this is the first option of adding text to your documentation, but I would recommend typing something in advance and bringing it into the document. You can use this option for making simple corrections here and there. So now let me show you how to import text from a different document. So I'll delete this. I had something made beforehand, so I'm just going to bring it in. You might not be able to see my screen, but all I'm simply doing is going to the document, highlighting the text that I want, right-clicking, selecting copy. Then we come back to our WordPress documentation. Under the same space below the ribbon, right-click and paste our information. Okay, so how to, there we go. So as simple as that, that's how you add text to your document. You can either type it in or you can copy it from another source. So let's dive right into how to change the font of either a sentence or a word within your document. So I'll simply select the whole document with Ctrl A, go to font and select a font family. I'll select this font. Then probably let's change the size as well while we're here. Select it and we'll put the font at large. When we click preview, this is how our documentation will look like. It still looks a little dull, but we'll fix that in a moment. Next, I'll show you how to make your text bold, italic, and how to underline it as well. So it's the same process. You select the text, sentence, or word that you wish to edit. If we're making this bold, we simply click on bold. If we've changed our mind and want to make it italic, we can simply click on the bold. It will go back to its normal state. Click on the capital letter I and it will change to italic. If we want to underline it as well, just click on the U with the line underneath, and it will make your text underlined and it stays in italic. So basically this is the same as most editing application softwares, that is word editing application softwares like Microsoft Word and WPS. So now let's do something a bit fun to make our document more attractive. So I know we've learned about headings, subheading 1 and subheading 2 in previous videos, but under the text widget we can still do the same. So I'm going to select our first line here and make this our heading. To do that, we click here under normal and select heading. So you've noticed it hasn't gotten big, and this is because we selected the font size here. So to set it to the style of heading 1, simply remove, you click here to clear the font size that we had set, and it will go directly into the heading style. So we're going to do this, we're going to make step 1 a heading 2, and the title under step 1 we're going to change that to heading 3. So I'll rush through the video so that we can save on time. Okay, so that's how we change the headings of the heading style in our documents. Let's click preview and see how our document looks. So you see we're starting to have some bit of a contrast in our documentation. Let's go to the next step. So in the next step, I want to show you how to change the font color. So to do so, let's select step 1 here. All we have to do is go to the color palette here where it's labeled font color. Click once and it will be provided with a number of options. I'm going to select the first option. So each time you select an option, it will give you a variety of different shades of that color. So let's go with this color, and there we go. Step 1, we'll have that reddish maroonish color. I'm going to do that for step 2 and for step 3 as well. And there you go. Let's have a preview and see how this looks. Okay, now this is starting to look attractive. Let's hide the preview and proceed to our next. So for the next, I want to show you how to add the numbered list and the bullet list. For the numbered list, I'm going to use step 1. Okay, reading through the document, I should think step 1's title should change. So step 1 should be how to get to the text widget. Yes. Okay, so to add a numbered list, so for numbered list, this is also known as an ordered list. So it kind of defines specific instructions to go by step. That's why it's numbered. So I'll select the text and click right here where it says numbered list. The moment you click, it automatically indents and gives automatic numbers. So that's as simple as how we've just done it. So for step 3, I'm going to use the bullet list. So you see we have a list of items here on the text widget ribbon. So we have the font size, bold, italic, underline, and the sentence ends with many more. So I'm just going to do a bit of editing here. So we're going to do it the same way we did with the numbered list. So we select how far we want our list to go and click on the option bullet list, and it automatically indents and shows you the list of items that you highlighted. Okay, let's look at our document and see how good it looks so far. Okay, here we go. This is great. We're going to hide the preview and go to our last part of the video. In our last part, I would like to show you how to add a link and add some background color to your text. So to do this, I'm going to add another line here and say to learn more features on documentation, click, and I'll end right here, because this is where I'm going to put the link, so you understand as I go through the link feature. So I'm going to add the link right after the word click. So to do that, I'll click on the link. Then we're going to go to we're going to label this link here, and the link that we want people to go to learn more about documentations, I'm going to copy Wildgrass documentations address here and paste it here. So this is where people, when on the on the word here is where people will click in order to go to this web address. Simply click OK and go back to our document, and you see it's underlined and it's in a reference kind of design. So before we experiment on how this will actually work, let me just add the text background as well to make it pop out. So we're going to go to background color and select a text background color. I'm going to go with something yellow orangish. Okay, there we go. Let's show the preview. So this is what we've done so far, and we can click here and see where it takes us. And there you have it. We've successfully created our link, and it directs us to exactly what we said it would direct us to. Wildgrass documentation. Let's hide the preview. Okay, so basically this is how we use the text widget. We have so many other options. You can add quotations, you can indent your text. There's so many things to explore, but I will leave that to you as our time is up for today. So just a brief recap on what we've done today. We've seen how to add text to the document. using either the keyboard to type it in or pasting it from a separate document. We've seen how to change font sizes, making font bold, italic, and underlining texts. We've also seen how to add color to our texts. We've seen how to change the background of our text by changing the background color. We've seen how to add headings just within the text widget. We've seen how to add lists, and finally we ended with adding a link to our documentation. I hope this has been fun for you. Thanks for watching. See you on our next video, where we're going to be looking at how to add images to your documentation.